your pump and the oil start like looking like milky white cream coming out, it's because you got a, most likely because you got a crack in one of these diaphragms. So these are the two side diaphragms, and then there's the one on top. This is the one that goes on the top underneath the red cap. So of the D30 pumps. So anyway, you can do this yourself, just so you know. Another top of the morning day here at Long Thumbs. So I started running my pump this morning, making a new batch, and it started leaking from this oil, started leaking like a milky white, as you can see here. So I was a little disappointed, sad, depressed. Anyway, I got on one of the groups that I'm in on Facebook, and they pretty much told me what I need to do. They said I need to buy a D30 repair kit for this pump. I'm assuming I have to take this red cap off and rebuild it, or clean it out first and then rebuild it. I'm gonna take it to a place that sells that, and I'm hoping they can do it all for me. 'Cause I'd rather just pay somebody than, well, I'd rather pay somebody to show me how to do it, put it that way, because I actually want to see them do it if they let me, so that if it ever happens again, this is the second time it's happened. The first time this happened last year. I've had this pump now for probably 5 years, or this sprayer, and then it just happened for the first time last year, so I thought that I'd be good. You know, I bought a new pump, and it was $500. So I still have the old one here. I don't know what to do with it, so I just put it off here to the side. And I thought I'd use it for parts, but if that was the same exact brake that this has, I figure I can't use that. So anyway, okay, so I bought a diaphragm repair kit for the D30 spray pump. So I'm gonna attempt to repair it myself. I'm kind of worried. I would feel a lot better if I had more room to turn all those bolts, screws I mean, but so I'm gonna have to actually move the whole pump to get to everything, and that's the part that I'm a little kind of bummed about. But anyway, some Hypro oil. He said to run 1 or 2 oil through once I replace everything. And there's the gear lube for the gear box, and here's the repair kit. So all it is 2 clear, I don't know what you call these, diaphragms, and then 1 for the top. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. And then all these O-rings. So he did give me this diagram, drawings of it, and he walked me through it, you know, showing me what to do. So he said I want to go under here and drain the oil. And okay, so I'm hoping this is how you drain the Hypro oil. I guess I didn't really ask him that, but he did say to drain it, but I'm looking around, I can't really tell where to drain it, but it kind of looks like that would be it. One of the steps I'm going to need to do after I take the oil out is take these bolts out so I can churn the pump. And if I had to, I guess I could fit a pan here and churn that, but I'm just going to take the oil out first. So So anyway, what you're gonna need to do is put a pan under here, turn this screw and get it out, and then you're gonna be able to drain out the lube from there. So that's the next step. I'm just gonna have to do it from the top because I don't have anything to fit under there. I honestly don't know if this is a good idea. I hope I'm not jacking with any gears in here. But for the most part, it all looked pretty clean anyway, so I guess I'm just worried about you're only cleaning this out so you don't make a mess, I guess. I have no idea, but they told me to take it out and got me new ones, so that's what I'm gonna do. So now my next step is to take these four bolts out. 1, 2, and I'm sure there's 2 more on the other side. Hopefully that's not going to be too hard. Damn it, I already ran into a problem. So here's my Allen key that I was using to turn this one. So first of all, it was tight as hell, but I was able to turn it. Jacked up my thumb, by the way. I don't know if it's gonna bruise or not, but that hurt. I was pushing up so hard that it hit my thumb. When it finally turned, I hit right here really hard. Anyway, so my problem is this Allen key down here works really good. There's plenty of room, but here it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit in here. So I've got to find an Allen key that will fit. Oh, that would be too great if everything worked super smooth, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that just be amazing? Okay, so I'm going to scratch that idea. So I'm going to retighten this one again, and I'm just going to try and take these all off, even on the other side. So what I was worried about is this other side not being able to reach it. But I'm going to just try my luck and see if these bolts have room to come out. So I may try that. Okay, so they told me when I opened this to check the springs, and these springs seem to be working fine, at least on this side, and the same thing up here. So that's good news. They also warned me that when I take this apart, that this, no, you can't see it, that this washer, where are we? This washer needs to be facing out like it is right there. So there's a bolt in there, and then there's this washer that kind of looks like one of those dog neck ties, when those dog neck tubes that when the dog comes out of the vet, it kind of looks like it's facing out towards you. He said you need to make sure that that stays that way. Something I also noticed when I took this out, that this part looks pretty bad. Like, I'm assuming it's not supposed to look like that. Okay, that's it. For some reason I was thinking there was going to be more to it than that. So I'm going to put this all by itself right here. Now I've got to attempt to take the other side off. And I have a feeling it's going to be hard to do. But anyway, that's what I'm going to have to try to do now. This is misery. Okay, so once I got those 4 screws out, this whole top part of the pump just comes right off. So I don't know if that means anything other than no, doesn't mean nothing. But I just thought I'd show you that. Okay, so I took the 2 clear diaphragms off. They do look a little wore out compared to the new ones. So the thing is, I don't know which is the inside and which is the outside. I don't know if there's a difference or not. Sorry, I don't know if there's a difference or not on which part goes inside and which one goes outside. They look similar, except this one has a ring on the inside. I don't know if these do. So if I were to copy it, I think I would do this part goes on the inside. The one with the lip on the inside looks like that faces out. And I'm going to assume that's the same with the other side. Now this one says liquid. I don't know if that means anything. And then this one says oil. Great. So I do have the diaphragm, or the drawings here. And here are the diaphragms. And it doesn't say anything about which one says oil and liquid or whatever. So I am just going to keep them facing the same way and just put do these even fit? Let's see. Okay, so this one went in a lot easier on the other direction, but I'm scared to keep it that way because this side is not with the lip. So I'm gonna just force it through like that to keep them on the same way as they were. That's it. I mean, seems like a lot of work to get to these things. Anyway, I'm gonna clean them. Got some oil on my hands. Don't know if that's a good thing or bad. I'm sure it's not going to be good. So anyway, so there we go. I've got the screws on the new clear diaphragms, and those are my old ones. Look pretty beat up. So now I've just got to put it all back together. Okay, now I've got the two clear diaphragms in. Now I'm gonna put the gasket back. I don't know if you call this a gasket or what, but so I'm gonna put this side in first because this one has a locked screw in there that won't come out. And so if I get the other side in, I won't be able to lift the top up to get this part on. So I'm going to do this side first, which is the harder side, the one that's inside there. Also, so make sure the springs are in there and that they're working. On the other side, remember it's hanging upside down, so when you're trying to get this in there, try not to let the spring that's on the top part. Let me show you. So there is a spring underneath here that's not really clicked in on anything, so it could fall off. So when you're putting those in, just be super careful when you're putting this back in, to not move it around so much that the springs fall off. You see there's a spring on this, and there's also a spring on this side, so upside down there. So just be super careful with that. So now we're back to this thing. So I'm just going to cut it so it doesn't get in the way of the screw going in. Hopefully that is going to work. Cleaning the inside. Oh, I lost the O-ring gasket. Make sure you don't lose this. I'm sure there'd be a lot of problems if I did. Okay, I've gotten these tightened pretty good. I think they could be tightened a little bit better, but for now, it's good. But I'm having problems with this one right here. For some reason, it is not allowing me to turn it any lower, and I don't want to force it, but I feel like I have to. So, I don't know. Okay, well, it's actually going easier now. The two clear diaphragms are replaced. My next step is to take the top diaphragm off. This part right here. So this gasket actually looks pretty good. Looks pretty much brand new. But might as well replace it while we're here, while we've got it. So here's the old one, here's the new one. To be honest with you, I don't even want to replace it, but I'm going to, just because I went through all this trouble, damn it. So I'm gonna do it. Here real quick. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. But right here, the only thing left to do now is to put about 20, I think they said 20 pounds of pressure right here, of air. I can't remember the exact number. I've got to go find out now. And then I just got to put this back on, and I should be done. Well, with the oil, and I've got to put the oil in, run a couple cycles of oil, and just fill the gearbox up with gear lube, and that's it. So I put this funnel here. Now I'm going to start cycling through oil. The Hypro oil. All right, so I've got the air, 20 pounds of pressure in here, 20 psi. As we were putting air in here, it started bubbling a little bit throughout these, like even this is now turning, so I think I need to tighten everything a little bit better, and then I'm going to give it a shot. It sprays out of here. Let's see. Can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm taking this off again, and I may replace the gasket that's in here, and hopefully that'll stop the leak. This sucks. So I took it off and put it back on, but when I first took it off, by the way, here's my thumb. It's already getting black and blue. That hurt, bro. Okay, so when I took this off, it was just pouring. Like, I tried to catch it with buckets, little buckets, try to transport them into big buckets as I was trying to figure out what the hell to do. I eventually turned this all the way down and it stopped it. But damn it, it was just coming down. It was, luckily, I mean, it's not too bad, but I mean, it was probably 3 or 4 gallons that I lost. I mean, this doesn't look very bad at all, but because I had them in buckets and I just kept putting them in buckets, and I had to hurry and dump them so that I could keep filling them. So I feel like I lost about, I don't know, maybe 3 gallons. But anyway, so I've tightened them. I'm going to turn them on again. I'm going to turn this on again and see what happens. I'm also going to put the hose end into the tank so I can see it cycle through, and I am so hoping this works. I will literally have a mental breakdown if this doesn't work. Come on, baby. So far, so good. Coming out here. It's working beautiful. diaphragms. You can see it's got, I don't know if they both have a hole, but this one has a hole in it, see? I'm sure that's what was causing the problem. Here's the other one. I mean, you can see they're worn down. This one doesn't have a crack in it, but it almost has one right here. But luckily, I got it fixed. So if that milky thing ever happens, it's probably because you got this hole in this diaphragm that needs replacing. All right, well, I worked on it all day for about 5 hours actually. So here's the verdict. Next time this happens, if I'm not in a hurry or in a jam, I'm gonna pay somebody to do it because it's hot. I had to put my arm in some really tight spots as I was churning that torque wrench. And then I've been rubbing my forehead and eyes all day, trying to rub the sweat off my face. My eyes and forehead are burning right now. So I've been washing it on and off all day since I found out. I felt some tingling in my face and I realized what was happening. So again, I would probably pay somebody to do it if I'm not in a hurry. But if it happens on a weekend, or I know everything's closed, or if I have a big list that I know I have to get to, I'm gonna call the place up, ask if they can get me in right then and there, and if they can, do it. If not, I'll do it. I know I can do it now, so I'm glad I did it. But it was a job, man. I missed a whole bunch of calls. Pretty much all the calls were brand new people. At least I was getting messages from Answer Connect, so I know who was calling and what their messages were, so I can call everybody back. But it's just, I got it done. I do feel good about myself, man. I can't lie. I didn't think I was gonna be able to get this fixed today, and I did it myself. I feel super proud. So if I can do it, believe me, you can do it. I'm serious. All right. See ya.